Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'll be showing you how I make my Lavender Sweet Dreams shower steamers. If you're new to making shower steamers, you'll want to check out my basic shower steamer tutorial. I will link that below. I also have several other shower steamer tutorials. This was one of my best sellers in my Etsy shop. All of my shower steamer videos will be linked below. And if you're wondering what a shower steamer is, it's kind of like a bath bomb, but it's for your shower. So these are also called Shower Fizzies and shower bombs. It's filled with essential oils and fragrance oils. And this one is great for nighttime. It's great right before you go to bed, or if you just need something really calming and soothing. To activate these, all you do is put them on the shower floor out of the direct stream of the shower, but where water can hit it. And it will start to activate those essential oils, creating this beautiful spa-like experience in your shower. Let's grab some supplies and get started. Now, I've already measured out some of my dry ingredients. This is my baking soda and my white kaolin clay. I recently did a citrus shower steamer tutorial. In that, I answered lots of frequently asked questions, including giving you more information about the ingredients I use, so be sure to check that out. I like to measure everything with my kitchen scale. I got this on Amazon, and I love it. I use it for soap making and cooking and all of the things. I also make sure I use a wire strainer so that you get all of the clumps out of your dry ingredients. So I use this for my citric acid, my baking soda, and my white kaolin clay. The other dry ingredient we'll need is our citric acid. I measure this out separately. I always add it at the end. It gives me a more effective shower steamer, and also if I'm making bath bombs, it helps in that process as well. In this container, I have my 91% rubbing alcohol, my Polysorbate 80, and I've got a different essential fragrance oil blend. The fragrance oil blend we'll be using, the main one is called Sleep Time. It's from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and it's this beautiful lavender vanilla. It's just this really pretty calming blend of lavender and vanilla. I'm not a huge fan of really sweet vanilla, and I feel like this is just really balanced and soft and just really blends well with the lavender. Okay, my secret to these shower steamers are these next two fragrances. So the first one is a fragrance oil from Mad Oils, which is now called Arizona Mad Oils. This is hands down my favorite vanilla. It just amps up that vanilla fragrance a little bit, and it just makes these shower steamers so beautiful. And then really the star of this shower steamer is lavender essential oil. So the difference between lavender and a basic lavender is lavender is stronger and more herbal, where normal vanilla is sweeter and more floral. So this amps up the smell of the lavender scent in the shower, in your shower steamers, giving you a more powerful shower steamer that lasts longer, that you can smell better. Then we have our Polysorbate 80. I get tons of questions about this. I answer a lot of them in that citrus shower steamer tutorial. There will also be more information below. I've got 91% rubbing alcohol in pour form, and then I also have it in spray form, and I use this at the end to make sure I have the right consistency of my shower steamer. I also get tons of questions about why I use 91% rubbing alcohol. That you'll find more information once again in that citrus shower steamer tutorial. Then I've got a big whisk, a small whisk, a spatula, and some measuring spoons. Then I have my colorant. So I'll be using this Pow Pow purple from Mad Micas. I love this. It's such a gorgeous, beautiful purple. This is optional. You don't have to add mica. I love mica. I love how shimmery and beautiful it is. Another great option is Purple Vibrance from Nurture Soap. I will link both of those below. They are my favorite companies to get micas from. I will be using my KitchenAid to mix these, so I'll be using my paddle attachment. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can also always use a whisk and a rubber spatula. It will take a while to get the right consistency, but that definitely is an option. And then I have my molds, and I love these cute little lotus molds from Wholesale Supplies Plus. They make the perfect size shower steamer. I love the cute lotus flower on the top. Those will be linked below. Okay, let's get started. So can you see this gorgeous purple mica? I am Putting that in with my white kaolin clay and my baking soda, I'm actually doubling this recipe. And then what I do is I grab my whisk and I go back and forth with my whisk and my spatula, and I really get that mica blended into my dry mixture. You don't want any clumps of the mica in it. You want to stir it really well, get it nice and evenly blended so you have really pretty colored shower steamers. So it doesn't really look like much right now, but I promise when we add the liquid ingredients, you'll see that purple just pop. So then I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to take my small whisk and mix up my liquid ingredients. Remember, this is my Polysorbate 80, my 91% rubbing alcohol, all of my fragrance oils. And you can see I'm just pouring it all into the bowl with our dry ingredients. Remember, this doesn't have our citric acid yet, which is why I can just pour it in. And then I take my spatula and I kind of get that stirred a little bit. And then I'm going to grab that cup because you've still got tons of that beautiful fragrance oil in the cup. So I take some of the dry mixture and I put it back in the cup and really make sure that we're getting all of that beautiful fragrance oil. And then I get it started with my whisk a little bit. I'm going to take this over to my stand mixer and I'm going to let this mix probably for like 3 to 5 minutes. And every once in a while I pause and scrape the bottom. You want to make sure that you don't have any of the powder at the bottom that hasn't been mixed in. And can you see that gorgeous purple? Now I'm going to take this back to my stand mixer. I'm going to slowly pour in my citric acid with the paddle attachment, pausing to scrape the bottoms. And then at this point, I start testing the consistency. You'll find more information about that in my basic shower steamer tutorial. You want to be able to grab the mixture and hold it in your hand and have it not fall apart. You can see I've got my gloves here. So you can see I'm just balling it up in my hand, dropping it back into the mixture, and you want it to hold together. So I usually add probably about 6 to 8 sprays of the rubbing alcohol at a time, mix it some more, test it again until I get it that consistency. Now I'm going to fill my molds. I've done this a ton of times in my other tutorials, so I wanted to troubleshoot for just a second. One question I get quite a bit is what to do if you get crumbly shower steamers. Now, a lot of this depends on climate, which gets really tricky. What works for me in the really dry climate I live in probably wouldn't work for someone that lives in a really humid climate. So I would suggest if they are crumbling a little bit to add more liquid and let them dry longer in their molds. Usually if they're crumbling apart, it means that they don't have enough of the liquid in them. So I would add more sprays of that rubbing alcohol. You can see I'm using the palm of my hand and just really pressing these in to the mold. Once again, if you've never seen me do this before, check out all of those other videos where I've done shower steamers and you'll see me go into more detail about that. Then I tap the rest back into the bowl. I also get the rest from the parchment paper that's underneath my mold. And between every time before I fill a mold, I stir it with my whisk. That mixture will start to settle into the bottom of the bowl, and you want it nice and light and airy as you're filling your molds. So you can see I'm just taking small handfuls, pressing them in, and then I really used the palm of my hand and my fingertips to really press that mixture into the mold. I made a lot of these before I found the right consistency for my climate, so don't get discouraged. If you have a batch that doesn't work, you can always add Epsom salts to it, and as long as the mica is bathtub safe, you can use it in your bathtub. Or you can just take spoonfuls of this and sprinkle it in the bottom of your shower, and you'll still get the same effect. After I've filled all of my molds, I'm going to let them dry for at least 12 hours. 24 is best. You want them nice and dry before you try and flip them out of the mold. Then what I do is I take a cutting board with some parchment paper over it, and I flip it over, and you'll see they pop right out. And they're nice and hard, perfect for shipping. Really lovely consistency that's going to last a long time in your shower. So this is the last shower steamer that came in my best-selling shower steamer set that I sold on Etsy. You'll find the links for the other 3 below. I actually have 2 other sets I sold, and if you guys would be interested in seeing exactly how I made those shower steamers, there's a really pretty grapefruit one that I love. Also, let me know if there are any other skincare tutorials you'd like to see. So now I'm going to package them. I have my cutest ever cat tape dispenser. I will link that below. It makes me smile. And I also have a packaging video on exactly how I package these, how I do the labels and all of the things. So I will post that below. And you can see we have this darling little packaged shower steamer, perfect for gift giving or for selling. I also love using these and I love having them on hand. I think they'd be super cute in Easter baskets. And that's it, guys. We're all set. If you have any questions, be sure to check out my other shower steamer tutorials. Hopefully I answer your questions in those tutorials. If not, please leave comments and questions below. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps me out so much. And if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to know what other tutorials you'd like to see. And we'll see you guys next time.